Welcome to the show that talks about Tulsa, people making a difference in the Tulsa community, special events, guest interviews, spotlighting local businesses, to covering important issues in the community that no one else is talking about, the hot topics and more. This is World One Development's News You Can Use, hosted by Mr. Charles Harper and me, Miss Damali Wilson. Hello, everyone, and welcome to World One Development's News You Can Use. We want to thank everyone for either listening on the radio, watching us on Facebook Live, or on www.KBOB899.com, or tuning into any of the News You Can Use media networks, which are powered by World One Development. We really appreciate that. I am your hostess with the mostest, Mr. Molly Wilson.
And I'm Charles Harper. It's Wednesday, a.k.a. Hump Day, March 27th, 2024. And we are live every Wednesday at 1 p.m. right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use media network, powered by World One Development. We are set for an exciting show. You guys, you better call your mom and them. Tell them you can dial in at 918-856-3873 or post your comments on our Facebook Live feed at World One Development.
On today's show, Easter 2024. What's the real meaning of Easter, and where did the Easter Bunny come from? We're going to talk about it.
Yep. Also, the African Experience 2.0. What is the event, and how can you help scholarship a student? There's a new Bible college coming to Tulsa, Oklahoma, y'all. Bishop Melvin Cooper and Pastor Larry Talbot stop by to talk about it.
And, of course, our Hump Day Hot Topics, which are find out who the first college athlete with personal brand is, and Rock Nation and Alicia Keys make a pledge. Find out what. And a local Tulsan is crowned Miss Langston. Find out who. Birthdays and more.
This is News You Can Use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use media network, powered by World One Development. We'll be right back, y'all.
This is KBOB 89.9 FM, Tulsa. And now streaming 24/7 live from the Eden Media Studio. 24/7 live at KBOB899.com. The Juice Radio Show and KBOB 89.9 would like to say thank you to all of our listeners and sponsors who donate to help keep our media program alive, reaching the community. The Juice Radio Network continues to expand as influencers in the community of North Tulsa and beyond, but can't do that without your help. That's why it's important that we as a community continue to support the Juice Radio Show and keep 89.9 on the air. The community not only deserves this service, but needs this service. Let's continue to support the mission and giving a voice to the voiceless and donate to the Juice Radio Show. The Juice Radio Show is a nonprofit 501c3 powered by KBOB 89.9 and Eden Media Services, operating solely off the gifts, donations, and contributions made by listeners like yourself. All donations made to the Juice Radio Show are tax deductible and can be sent to 1216 North Lansing Avenue, Suite D, Tulsa, Oklahoma 74106.
It's Tulsa, I see you here in Tulsa. I'm in Tulsa chilling.
We appreciate your continued support and thanks for listening to KBOB 89.9 FM.
The 36th Street North Event Center is a full-scale event center where we share the experiences of the community. At the event center, you can rent space for weddings, birthday parties, receptions, concerts, Greek events, quinceañeras, and much more. We also do custom decor, linen, and centerpieces. We're located at 1125 East 36th Street North. To book your next special event, business gathering, or community event, call us at 918-200-9046.
This is News You Can Use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and World One Development. News You Can Use, Charles and Damali.
And we are back.
Yes, we are.
So News You Can Use is all about shedding some light on the positive happenings in our community. There are many great businesses, programs, and events occurring in our neighborhood, and we felt the community needed to hear about those things, one, so we can support, and two, so we can be informed.
What's going on, y'all? I'm Charles Harper, Chief Executive Officer of World One Development, which includes Fitting Back In, EduRec Youth and Family Fund Center, 36th Street North Event Center, and Oklahoma Community Support Coalition. My job, because the world wants to know, is to provide leadership for all aspects of World One Development with an emphasis on long-term goals, growth, profits, and a return on that investment. And I am so excited and I am so elated to be one of the creators of this phenomenal show.
And I'm Damali Wilson, Chief Operating Officer for World One Development. And my job is designing and implementing business operations and establishing policies that promote company culture and vision. I am also in charge of social media for all of the World One Development entities. If you would like to advertise your business or organization on this show or any of our other individual platforms, inbox me your contact information on Facebook Messenger so we can talk. I am also happy and elated to be one of the creators of this phenomenal show.
Damali,
what's happening?
What's up? How you doing?
I am cold. I'm tired of being cold. I done had enough.
Right.
We need the sun to come on out.
What's going on with this bipolar weather, though?
I don't know. I don't know, and I don't like it.
I mean, this time last week, it was hot. It was sunny. It's like we was in the Bahamas or Jamaica.
I thought I was in the game.
And 1 week later,
yeah.
Who knew at nighttime it'd be dropping to below freezing?
I don't know, but I don't like it.
I know it. And you know what? I think that's why so many people are sick.
Yep.
And allergies are flaring up all over the place. Yep. And can you only imagine the plants? They don't know what to do.
I know, right? You know what? I ain't even planted my plants. I'm like, nope, because I ain't spending all that money and then they all get frostbite. Oh, no, not going to do it.
My plants told me this morning, Charles, every time I take 2 steps forward, trees come, I take 2 steps back.
Right.
I said, you got to do what you got to do.
Right.
Take care of yourself, you ain't coming in the house.
Right.
Some people have plants, bring them in the house, cover them up, put a sweater on them with a bow tie.
Yeah,
I don't do none of that. Y'all got to survive on your own.
Right.
I'm trying to stay warm.
Figure it out.
But anyway, it's a beautiful day in Tulsa. Though it's a little cold, just throw on the jacket, throw on the hoodie, throw on your little beanie. You'll be just fine. And drive to arrive alive. Because people rolling. I don't know if people are late for work. I'm like, y'all should have been at work a long time ago. Exactly. 1 o'clock is lunchtime.
Yeah.
Already. But it's still a beautiful day to be still alive.
Absolutely
still kicking. It's still good energy in Tulsa.
Yes.
It's a good vibe.
Yeah.
And we got a great show. And we got a lot of people tuning in with us. Yeah. So let's jump into it.
All right. So first, let's send a huge shout out to Professor Stephen Broyles over at Howard University. We had the amazing honor of being able to be live with his class, actually 2 classes, on Tuesday and Thursday of last week, talking about what we do right here, boots on the ground, grassroots in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Right.
And so, I mean, it was just amazing just to be able to be with those scholars and to talk to them about what we do. They had some great questions, for us. But also they sent us a letter. And I wanted to read this on air because one of the things that we say all the time is you never know who's watching and how you affect other people.
Right.
And so this letter is just a testament to that. So it says, "Hey, Charles and Damali, words cannot begin to express how thankful I am for the 2 of you and what you did for my 2 classes. Literally, you had my students in tears after you stepped off the Zoom. They were inspired and saw possibilities that many had envisioned, but weren't 100% sure if they could do it. Yes, they would hear the message from me and the people I spoke of, but you made it real for them in a way that I could not alone. My class ends at 9:00 p.m. and they were still there at 9:30 talking about the 2 of you and their work. They are determined to come to North Tulsa for spring break next year. I told them that if they did, be prepared for you all to put them to work. LOL. They would have it no other way. So don't be surprised if you hear me talking about it next spring. One of the greatest joys I have in teaching at Howard is seeing when that spark of light hits our students in their eyes. And I know that their world will no longer be the same because something in them has been lit and can never go out. I saw a lot of that last night. I saw a whole bunch of future Damali and Charleses in the room, and you both lit the fire in them. Thank you both for all that you have done, and more importantly, for who you are. Please give Bishop Cooper my best as well. All of our story is far from being completely written, so I am looking forward to the next chapter that we all have. I know I keep saying it, but thank you again. I'll be sending the Howard stuff to all of you next week. The students want to do something too, so they made me promise to wait before I sent you some gear. You both made quite an impression on them. Stephen." So I just wanted to read that because you just never know what you do. We're just here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, doing what we do, trying to take care of our community and making sure that we are, creating generational wealth and legacy for our community. And somebody way in, DC Howard University.
I know. That's
they are honoring what we do. So I just thought that was huge.
And don't despise small beginnings.
Exactly.
A lot of people don't know, and it's good we have our two special guests live in studio with us. But Bishop Cooper introduced us to him. He came in, brother 6'3". I said, "Oh man, this is RoboCop." He had on the big leather jacket. He had the hat on. He said it on.
He did.
Class. I'm like, who was this brother? He came in. I said, "Look, me and Bishop like to laugh. We like to talk. Man, we work hard. But we funny. We crack jokes. You got to do that in the community. Man, you got to laugh or cry.
One of the two.
We choose to laugh most of the time, but we just want to say, man, when you're starting out, just stick to it. You never know, because Stephen Broads is a 10-year partnership. He was working for the government at the time. He ended up flying me, you, and Bishop out to the White House.
He did.
We put a PowerPoint presentation together with 38 other states represented there, and they highlighted us in the meeting. And now 10 years later, we're going to be traveling down to Howard pretty soon. And I'm just going to say, when you have a dream, you have a vision, just work with excellence, do what you need to do. And I'm just humbled that Bishop and First Lady Cooper gave us opportunity to shine, and now we're down to Howard University, but that's a light on all of Tulsa, all of North Tulsa. When we win, we all win.
Exactly. So we continue to tell you guys that we are local, national, and international, and this is just another example of what we're talking about, because this is on the national level.
But let me do this real quick. We got about hundreds of secret listeners. I don't know why.
Secret listeners, we see y'all.
But I see your mom on my mom.
Hey, mommy.
We got Mr. Robert Hawkins out of Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Hey.
He the voice man, the gospel artist he in. Mr. Energizer say he is in the house.
Hey, AJ.
Down about Little Rock, Arkansas. He's tuning with us. Rob Hawkins and many, many more. You secret listeners, y'all just stay right there. We got some good stuff. But we do got two live guests. But before we do that, we need to do our Black History Trivia, right?
Yeah, well, we're going to do two more things. So first we want to give a huge shout out to Lawyers Fighting Hunger and Iron Gate for helping us provide 110 families with ham meals on Saturday, and with all the fixings for Easter. Sometimes the holidays can get tough.
Right.
And we are so blessed that we are partnered with individuals who always think about community. So this is one of those times where we were able to bless the community, 110 families.
110. You know what? I'm going to have to apologize to 5 families, because I know we said 110 we got there, and I said we got 105. Because my family got hungry. So I grabbed a couple baskets and put them in the back of my car. And people are like, man, the hams are short. The hams are short. They be like, man, big man, everything counts. I'm talking about the hungry. But no, I saw him. But man, we served over 1,000 people over the weekend in the cold.
Yes.
We went and picked that up. We've been doing it for 8 years now. Can you imagine that? 8 quick years. And then we took that over the Oasis. I know we talk about the extravaganza as well. Yeah, so that event was a total success. We gave away food with our win and spin session. Man.
And the kids had a blast doing their Easter egg hunt. I mean, man, there was so many kids, and they wasn't playing. They was like the locusts going through the field getting them eggs. I think it was not a game.
They was getting them eggs.
Yeah. So many thanks to all the visitors. And let me tell y'all something. There is a food truck called Infused Ice Cream and Cereal Bar. Let me tell y'all, I got a strawberry ice cream with frosted flakes in it and strawberry drizzle. Oh my God, it was so good. Set me back. I've been going to the gym, so that set me back. I got to go for like 2 more weeks now. But it was amazing. So if you see that food truck around, get some. It is worth it. Black owned business. Oh my God, it was so good. That's all I can say.
And shout out to Tunley's too, man. That barbecue line
I never got any barbecue because the line was so long the whole time.
It stayed consistently with 25 people there. Yeah. The whole entire time. So for all the vendors that came out, all the resources, the government was even out there. And shout out to AJ.
Yeah.
They closed it in on 3 years he and his staff. So all that is just saying great things are happening in Tulsa, preferably North Tulsa with us. So it's just all a good day on Saturday.
Right. So as you guys know that this month is National Women's History Month. So all of our Black History Trivia has been geared toward women. So this is the last one for this month that we're going to talk about. And so Black History Trivia. Okay, so remember, we're not Googling, y'all.
Just listen up now.
Yeah, just listen and see if you can figure out what the answer is. Okay, so Black History Trivia. Who was the first Black female educator to teach opening in a school for formerly enslaved African Americans in Georgia? Okay, I know that was a mouthful.
Say it one more time.
Who was the first Black
Hold on, don't even say it yet, because I'm going to make Uncle Bobby answer first. I just want him to get ready, because I don't really know.
Oh, Uncle Bobby, put you on the spot.
I'm just going to lean, but I'm going to give him a 4-1.
At least you gave him a warning.
Okay, come on with it.
All right, so who was the first Black female educator to teach in a school for formerly enslaved African Americans in Georgia? Was it A, Susie King Taylor? Was it B, Septima Clark? Was it C, Fannie Jackson Copen? Or was it D, Nanny Helen Burroughs?
That's a deep one, Uncle Bobby.
Oh,
Going
boy,
to the
that's
wisdom.
a heavy one.
That's a heavy one.
I'm going to say Fannie.
You going to say Fannie?
Yeah.
Okay,
Fannie.
Uncle Bobby, so that is C. Okay.
Fannie.
Bishop said C.
Yeah, that's
Charles,
one of
what
those
you
names.
got?
Oh, no, we got to go to Dr. Talbot. Here,
Dr. Talbot.
So if the doctor don't get it, it ain't even on me. I don't even have to feel bad. Who you got?
Oh, I'm going with Fannie.
You going with Fannie?
I'm going
Okay.
with Fannie.
Dr. Talbot. Okay. Charles, what you got?
I don't know. I think only name to ring a bell is like Susan. I just don't know the rest of it, but that's the middle of it. So I'm gonna go.
So you going with A?
I'm gonna go with A. What y'all got on the live? And don't y'all be Googling either. So Mr. Energizer.
AJ said C too. So he on the C wagon. Okay. Who else? What? See, ain't nobody else. Everybody else is silent. Everybody else is silent. They don't want to say that because they don't want to be wrong.
But let's take a real quick break.
Yeah.
Hear a couple commercials, and then that's all the time y'all gonna have to put your answer in to win something. And when we come back, we're gonna go straight to our special guest, and we're gonna introduce them, and we're gonna get right down to it. And you do not want to miss this. So start sharing this now and answer the question without Googling. And we'll be right back. This is KBOB 89.9 FM. World One Development News you can use. Charles and Damali up next with our special guest.
Hi, my name is Jeremiah Watts, the Community Development Director for Supporters of Families with Sickle Cell Disease.
And my name is Lindsay Corbett, Community Health Worker Director of Supporters of Families with Sickle Cell Disease in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Like you, we are weary of this pandemic. Unfortunately, people of color are disproportionately affected by this virus. The COVID-19 vaccine has been shown effective, not in keeping us from getting the virus, but from hospitalizations and death.
So let me ask you, will you roll up your sleeve and get the vaccine? It's the best shot we've got at fighting this virus. Do it for your life, your family, and your community. To find out more information about the COVID-19 and how it's impacting Oklahomans like you and me, and to find out vaccination sites, go to vaxok.org. That is vax, VAX, OK.org.
Fitting Back In is a reintegration program designed to help those released from prison to fit back into the community as productive, valuable members of society. They help schedule various classes such as anger management, substance abuse, and mental health. They also work with different programs in the community to provide job training. If you or someone you know needs help with resources in career development, employment, or housing, to find out more information, call 918-592-3500 or stop by 2121 North Harvard Avenue, Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
What's up, y'all? This is Charlie Wilson, and you listen to 89.9 FM. Bobby Eaton Show.
I was rolling in my car when I pulled up at the mall. Couldn't find it.
Hey, that was Charlie Wilson, and I'm his bag-up singer. No, I'm just
Greenwood, Archer, and Pine, right there.
KBOB 89.9 FM, World One Development News you can use, and we are back. Damali, I am so excited about this show on today. What about you?
I am too, because, one of the things that we always stress is education.
Yes.
Right. Education is key. We talk about it all the time, which is why we do the Black History Trivia, fact every week, because we want to educate ourselves. And so today is another opportunity for you guys to become educated. We have two special guests in our on the show today. We have Bishop Melvin Cooper.
The one and only, the man, the myth, the legend, Bishop Melvin Cooper. And I tried to get his sweater, but he would not give it.
Wouldn't release it?
He wouldn't release it. Bishop Melvin Cooper, welcome to the show. You looking good. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great, man. Glad to be here with you guys.
Yes.
Amen. This is exciting.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wonderful.
So tell the folks a little bit about your ministry and how long you've actually been here.
Well,
Tulsa.
let me just say, I grew up in North Tulsa.
Yes.
And I can be on here a long time talking about history. So, it's a whole lot. But due to the time, I just want to get right down to the nitty gritty. Grew up here in North Tulsa. I've been pastoring now for 30 years.
Wow.
Coming into our anniversary
in
October. Founded a number of ministries under the umbrella of the World One Family Life Ministries family. course, the fitting back in, the EduRec, the Whirlwind Development, all of that stuff. Yeah. I'm just so excited to see what God is doing and how things are really growing, and what you guys are doing. You guys are doing an awesome job.
Thank you.
And so I'm excited to just be here and to share some more of news you can use.
Okay, right.
And what I'll say, Damali, because we got a lot of people listening in, local, like, nationally and internationally. Keon Johnson, welcome to the show, Oklahoma City.
Brother,
he is
what's
in
happening?
the building. And a lot of people be like, man, y'all do too much. Y'all do so much. But y'all just got to know all the stuff we do is the brainchild of Bishop Melvin Cooper.
It's his fault.
First Lady Joyce Cooper and the World Fund board members and all of the churches and all that. It's been strong undergird. So the city feels you every day, Bishop. Even when they don't see you, they feel you. They appreciate you.
Yes.
Everywhere we go, they give you reference in terms of the things we do. So we appreciate you for being on.
Thank you.
So we also have in studio today Dr. Larry Talbert, who is one of our partners in service here. So you can go ahead and take it.
Dr. Larry Talbert, tell the people a little bit about yourself, where you're from, where you go to school, where you go to college. Tell us a little something.
Well, I like Bishop. I've been here all my life, too.
Yeah.
I went to East Central High School back on the east side.
East Central,
and I played baseball all my life, pretty much, until I went to college. And I was drafted by the Dodgers out of high school.
Oh, wow.
And chose to go to Oral Roberts University and get a 4-year degree there.
Oh, okay.
And then I went on to Jacksonville Theological Seminary and earned my master's and doctorate through seminary. And so I like Bishop, man. I'm pumped to be here. There's a lot of energy in this room. It's a real joy and an honor to be here.
Yes. So today we have these special guests in studio because we are going to talk about a little bit about a new Bible college that is actually coming to North Tulsa.
Right.
Well, it's actually to the world, but it's out of North Tulsa. So which one of you guys want to just jump in there and kind of tell us a little bit about?
Well, you know, I'm so excited because this is a lifelong dream that has finally come into fruition.
Yes.
To be able to offer a college, you know, online where people can get their degrees, their bachelor's, master's, and doctorate, and to see it come into fruition. I'm so excited. You know, me and Talbert, the Lord just linked us, connected us together. He had a heart for being able to bring a school, and I had that heart, and God just connected us. And so we've been working on this for 10 years. You know, all of the things that we've got going, he's busy, I'm busy, but the Lord has blessed us to come together and put our minds together, and he's worked on the courses, and I worked on the marketing piece and all of this. And it's finally coming to fruition, and we're able, and I'm excited to share the news you can use. And it's about now, well, it's actually being launched online. And so we're very excited about this latest project, and we believe that it's going to be a tremendous blessing to the body of Christ as a whole. It is designed, you know, to help pastors. You know, pastors, you know, they work very hard and they're very busy. And they really don't have the time to go to a full-fledged college. So the Lord blessed us to tailor this program, for pastors to be able to work at their own pace and still be able to get their degrees. So, you know, there's a lot of pastors who are not able to do it. But now you can. And so we're excited about it. It's here. You'll be able to go online and you can, you know, work at your pace. You can't work too slow now, you know, but you do need to, you know, if you're serious, you know, we got it tailored and designed to where you can work at your pace and be able to get your degree. So for that, we're excited. Dr. Talbot, he can share about all the different courses and all the good stuff that put into this.
So what we'll do is, what is the name of the Bible college?
It's World Bible Theological Seminary.
Oh, hold on. You said that deep voice came in like the Lord. So the phone started ringing. Let's hold that thought. We can pipe them in. We have a special guest that just called in. This is KBOB 89.9 FM Whirlwind Development News you can use. Who am I speaking with?
Greetings, everybody. This is Apostle Dr. Larry Mackey. How y'all doing today?
Apostle Dr. Mackey is in the building. How you doing, sir? Welcome to the show.
So this is another part of the team that is actually been working on the Bible College. Dr. Mackey, we were just actually talking to Pastor Talbert, who was going to give us just a little snippet, and then we're going to jump right over to you, okay? Go ahead, Dr. Talbert. Finish your thought.
Yeah, I was just saying that it stands for World Bible Theological Seminary, and we are accredited through ACI, Accrediting International, and it's full fledged. So if you come to WBTC or ES, you're going to earn a valid degree through our seminary.
Yes,
and we're really excited about that. And the courses that we have chosen for our curriculum is very valuable because what we did not want to do is we did not want to stereotype it under a denomination, but we wanted to be able to open up. So if you want to study grace, you can study grace. If you want to study end time, you can study end time. If you want to study worship, you can study worship. So it wasn't geared around any one denomination, so to speak, like I said, but it's geared around what you feel like God has called you to do in your life. Yeah. And so we've built a curriculum around that so that can enhance your ministry for wherever you're at or whatever you're doing.
That's awesome. And so, Dr. Mackey, I understand that there are some partnerships that have been established through Harvest Reapers. Can you tell us a little bit about those that partnership and what we can expect with that?
Dr. Mackey, if you can, we're not going to cover that, the partnership piece. Not that. Dr. Mackey, what we want you to do just establish all the many different courses and certificates and the degrees and all those things that you can get through World Bible Theological Seminary. Can you first tell the people a little bit about yourself, where you're from, what you're doing, a little bit of your background, then jump into the different degrees and everything that can get certificates through World Bible Theological Seminary. You got the floor.
Hey, thank you guys so much. First of all, I want to say that it's such an honor and a privilege to be working with two of the most amazing co-owners of World Bible Theological, the Honorable Dr. Larry Talbert and Bishop Dr. Melvin Cooper. What a blessing to be working with this team. A little bit about myself. I'm a native of South Florida. I am from a place called Pompano Beach, Florida. And I went into the military, retired out of the military, and throughout that process, continued in different levels of academia, from several bachelor's degrees, several master's degrees, and several PhDs and a Juris Doctorate. And one of the most intriguing parts about my life is the fact that God has called me to the kingdom. And I'm not going to go into that because y'all know I get excited about talking about that. So I'm gonna leave that thing alone and stick with this here. But being in the Lord's church has opened up my eyes and caused me to study theology from different various levels, and to also endeavor to become a vice president and as well as an executive vice president of theological institutions. And so what is so special about WBTS is the fact that, again, it does have several partnerships, but what it offers is an opportunity for you to not only get your bachelor's, your master's, or your doctoral degree, but if you already have those degrees or you wish to endeavor into certificate programs, we have those as well. What are some of those certificate programs? I'm glad y'all asked. Y'all are amazing. Great. Some of those certificate programs include, but are not limited to, getting certified as a chaplain, national and international, and also being able to be a part of a World Chaplains Association. Also, family Christian counseling licenses, which will allow leaders, pastors, or even people that would like to open their own practice, a national practice identifier upon completion of the course, able to actually do counseling the right way. I'll caveat to that, there are a lot of pastors that are not counselors, but feel like because of the role that they have the right to counsel people, but they really don't have the proper technique or the proper tools to actually imply the word of God along with the counseling sessions that would effectively help Christian saints or people in general change their life or kind of recourse. And so what this certification and training does is it gives you not just the word, but it gives you the practical process that has been proven clinically, because everything is not a demon and, all of that. So I'll leave it like that. There's some things that have to be counseled out. There's some things that have to be worked through. One of the other certifications that I like to talk about that's near and dear to my heart is the life coach certification.
Yes, that's big.
You can become a certified life coach. Go ahead, sir.
No, I'm just saying that's big. When I hear life coach, but man, people need that right now. Sometimes even pastors need a life coach. It get kind of tough out here when you're dealing with people every day.
Yes, Lord. And what I found out being around many millionaires and billionaires, everybody that is successful in life have a life coach.
Right.
They have somebody that is able to mentor them, somebody that's able to become an accountability partner. Ooh, maybe I shouldn't have said that word on the radio, but that's what a life coach is. It's the person that's able to identify certain things, and then also able to help you accountable or be accountable, if you will, to the plan and the change that you'd like to make. A few more that I'll add, and then I'll digress for any questions. Anger management specialist, domestic abuse violence specialist. These are some of the certifications that WBTS is able to offer. And so even if those that feel like the course of the bachelor's, master's, or doctoral level isn't the way to go, we want to offer something for everybody.
Right.
Right. So if people want to sign up, where do they go in order to do that?
All right. You can go to one of the most phenomenal websites that there are, WBT.
WBTS. Okay.
Y'all help me out with this. SOK.com.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
And on that website, you'll be able to take a look at all of our course content, all of our materials, as well as those training certification courses. And you can register and enroll with the registration fee and get started like almost yesterday.
Wow, that is good. Now, and Dr. Mackey Bishop, he helped people early. He said you can work at your own pace.
Right.
You can't go too slow.
Right.
We're going to go with you. But I just want to real quick say welcome to the show, Dean D. out of Arkansas. She's a pastor. And she's my auntie. Say, auntie, to me it seemed like no matter what level you're in, you can sharpen your skill. Yeah, auntie, she's in. And then Winnie Friend, she said,
that's my cousin.
Yeah, she said website enrollment.
Yes.
And I think you kind of covered the website enrollment component of it.
That's WBTSOK.com. So if you are interested, then please go there and just, browse around. Look at the website. I mean, it is a phenomenal website, I must say. I agree with Dr. Mackey. And, there's a lot of information. You can figure out, exactly where you fit in based on where you are in life, as Dr. Talbert said, it's tailored for you. So you just figure out where you fit in and where you would like to land. And then there's a roadmap for you to do that.
Man, and what I love about it, Damali, you're able to get your bachelor's, your master's, your doctoral, and then all these certificates, especially life coach, the counseling piece of the anger management, the chaplain, and all of that. So this is really a one-stop shop.
Right.
And what I love most, y'all are listening in, local, national, and international. This is available anywhere in the world. You don't have to be in Tulsa. You can be in Kansas. You can be in Uganda. I see y'all here. You can be wherever. And you can participate and you can get those things. So I'm excited
and
about
I see that AJ is saying, do the students have mentor check-ins? Question for you guys.
Well, the mentor check-in is simply going to be the professor or the instructor over that particular course or her certificate. So there is once they issue us their email address, we're able to communicate back and forth then on any situation that they might be confronted with.
Gotcha.
So, that's the way that'll work.
Awesome. I'll do this real quick. Another pastor just tuned in. He said, "What up, fam? Stacy Warner from Little Rock, Arkansas. Hey, if you're just not chiming in, we're talking about World Bible Theological Seminary. The school has launched. It's online. It's worldwide, and you can plug in right today. Get your bachelor's, your master's, your doctorate. Now let's talk about people that's been passing for 20 years.
Yes.
And now you're just like, man, I got life experience, man. I got all these series I've been teaching on and all of that. How does World Bible Theological Seminary, Dr. Mackey, because I know you on the phone or anyone can answer it.
Yes.
Do you work anything out with pastors in terms of maybe credits and things like that?
Well, there's that opportunity for life experience, and we want to credit the pastors who have worked hard over the 20 years or whatever to be able to enhance their ability to get a degree.
Sure.
And I know that when I started, I already had my bachelor's through Oral Roberts University, so it took me 10 hours or 10 courses to finish my master's, and then 10 hours to finish my doctorate. But yeah, in respect to that, we're working on a super program for those pastors who have had years of experience in ministry to be able to, once again, enhance what they want to do as far as their degree program.
Yes. Dr. Mackey, were you wanting to say something?
Let me tell you, Dr. Talbot covered it tremendously. And what I wanted to say is that it doesn't matter which age or level you are at. WBT has something for everybody. And yes, we are excited to work with those pastors that, feel like, hey, I'm going to go back to school. I want to get a degree. And what I found is that the pastors that have reached out and that have come back through, it opened more doors for them because there are some arenas as God elevates you that you can't get into unless you have paperwork that goes before you.
Right.
Not that you're not anointed, not that you're not gifted, but they want to know what you know, and they want to know who's validated what you know.
Well, I want to say too that I was 52 years of age when I received my master's. I was 54 when I received my doctorate.
Right.
So those that are after that age, hey, you can do it.
It's not too late.
It's not too late.
It's never too late. Hey, the question people like, when can you start? So this is not like a traditional college. So if you can, Dr. Mackey, can you expound on when you can join? Because it's not like traditional fall or spring. You can join anytime.
Yes, that is correct. Dr. Talbert and the staff have set up this process to where not only is it at their own pace, but if you decided right now that you wanted to enroll, you can go there. Our team of people will do an assessment, see exactly where you are. You will be able to pay your initial fees, and you will begin to start and be cleared and be able to go ahead and get the ball rolling.
Right. And I just want to ask this, just because we live in a time, Damali, when things are like so divided. So when I see a Bible college being launched like this, and then you got the built-in diversity and inclusion already. You got Bishop and then you got Dr. Talbot working together. So how is it, sometimes just dealing in a world where sometimes people feel like we can't get together and do things like this? So how has it been for y'all for 10 years? Y'all done put this together in 2 weeks. It's been 10 years of working together, whether it's sweat equity, because I'm sure if it's 10 years, that's a little sweat equity. But how is it just kind of working together and being able to launch this? Because y'all are co-founders of this college.
Well, from my personal feelings, that I don't see Bishop as color.
Right.
I see Bishop as my friend.
There you go.
I see him as my co-worker. I see him as one who stands beside me, and I stand beside him, and we hold arm in arm together throughout any questions that we've had to deal with, any situations that we've had to deal with. Let's face it, all of our blood's red.
That's it.
Well, you preach it now.
That's it.
And so I tell you what, this man here has stood by me. As when my mother passed away, Bishop was the only one who called me and talked to me about that.
Wow.
The only minister I know, Bishop was the only one that called me.
Wow.
I have a lot of love and respect for this man right here.
Absolutely.
Yes. Bishop?
Well, I mean, the feeling is mutual.
Yeah.
I mean, this man has a love for God, and we both saw a need. And we, you have to be able to put your differences aside and come together for the sake of the need or the call, however you want to say it.
Right.
And so the Lord has blessed us to be able to come together and work together and help each other. And because of that, we've been able to produce what is now the WBTS Oklahoma.
Yes.
And so we're so excited that, like I said, this has been a dream that has finally come into fruition. So I'm very, very excited about it because it's going to bless a lot of people.
Right.
And it's going to help a lot of pastors. Now, you don't have to be a pastor. You can be a student, wherever it's going to meet the needs of people all over the world.
Right.
But it was more so designed to help pastors who really want to go to college and couldn't do it because of their schedule.
Right.
So now they can do it. And as you grow in the word, it does something to you. So I think they'll be able to minister more effectively and be a blessing to their church and to the body of Christ as a whole. So we're excited about it.
And Damali, I'm excited too, because with them, like, we're moving so much out of the schools,
right?
Us going through the pandemic and people losing so many loved ones, you know, a lot of people being in their house. Some people still haven't came back out yet, you know, because of COVID, and just so the mental health and all these things. So I'm just happy this is something you can do at home. You can grow, you can mature, and all those things. So it's just gonna really, in my mind, just help people in a lot of levels. We got a quick question coming out of Little Rock, Arkansas. Dr. Mackey, is the abuse program spiritually based or is it natural based?
That is an amazing question. All of our programs are spirit-based and Bible-backed. Let me put it like that. Spirit-based and Bible-backed,
like that.
Which, with an inclusion of the practical techniques of how to deal with trauma and different things like that. But not only that, apply biblical principles along with corrective action.
I love it.
I love it. So look, we could go on. I got other stuff to do. So what I want to do, Damali, I think we should just really just go ahead.
Add one more thing if I could, because Bishop Cooper, Dr. Cooper, said something that was very profound. And he touched on the elements of those pastors that wanted to get, you know, their degree and what they needed.
Right.
But I wanted to talk about the other perspective of the people that did, you know, during COVID, receive a call or felt led that, hey, you know, before I was shy and I didn't think I could minister. I didn't think I could be a pastor.
Right.
But throughout COVID, there were a lot of leaders birthed. But there was a lot of people birthed and they did not necessarily go through the right training. And so I just wanted to offer and extend this to those that, you know, this is an opportunity that you may have a gift, you may have a calling that was birthed throughout the pandemic, or that you always knew that God had called you.
Right.
And believe it or not, going through these courses will perfect and train and enlighten you on the ways and the things of God. And then not only that, when you talk about that mentorship, you've got, oh my goodness, probably over 60 years combined of ministry, you know, working at this school that are able to not only just help you from an academia perspective, but that can also help you from a ministry perspective. So I just wanted to share that a little bit.
All right.
Thank you so much.
I think before we take this break, because we'll have to switch gears after that, I just want to give Dr. Mackey, Dr. Talbot, and Bishop just, man, so many people on. Miss Broom, welcome to the show.
Hey, Miss Broom.
Bible College being lunch. We're about a theological seminary. We're excited about it. Just your final thoughts to the people before we switch gears. You know, why you need to join, why you need to be a part of it, why this is going to be good for you, and how you're going to kind of take care of them.
Well, from my perspective, as Damali said a while ago, a statement about education. The word says my people perish for lack of knowledge.
Right.
Lack of education. And so this is where all of us as a team come in to help stop that. We want you to be educated. Now, the choice is going to be yours.
Right.
But we want to help you with that choice once you make that.
Yeah.
And we feel like that we've priced this thing to where it's compatible to everybody. It's not overpriced. It's not underpriced. It'll be a great, great price for an education that we think will be eternal for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I think that it's an old saying that I remember. We really want you to be word centered and spirit controlled.
Right.
Now the spirit control thing, I don't know about that. Now, you know, that's gonna have to be
right.
you, but we want you to be word centered, and I think WBTS offers a platform where you can become word centered, and if you're word centered, you can help a whole lot of people and be a blessing to them, rightly dividing the word of truth. You know, so we just want people to take advantage of it, because remember, you can work at your pace, and that's going to make a big difference,
right?
To be able to accomplish something like this, and it's right there, it's online, and so we want you to utilize it because it'll be a true blessing to you.
Dr. Mackey.
Well said, Bishop Cooper. You know, my closing comments is, you know, one of the best investments that you can invest in is yourself.
Right.
We spend a lot of money on a lot of different things, but this is a season where it's time to prioritize, and it's time to really put those goals and dreams of self-improvement into action. And World Bible Theological Seminary at Oklahoma is definitely a place to start. a place to actually complete some of those resolutions that you said. I wanted to go to college. I wanted to complete my degree. I want to go higher in God. I want to learn more. This is the place to do it, and you need to do it now. I want to mention that the prices that we have online and the deals and stuff that we have going on, you want to get in this while the launch is going. We have worked and endeavored to make this college very affordable. We've worked and endeavored to make it very accommodating for you. So sign up. Go to that website right now. Don't hesitate. Don't hesitate. You've heard enough. Go to the website right now and sign up, and we will see you in this physical year. God bless you.
And that's WBTSOK.com.
And before we go to break, a lot of times is who is launching it. How many years you have in ministry, Dr. Talbot?
I have 42 years in ministry.
How many years do you have in ministry, Bishop Melvin Cooper?
Man, 40 something years. Well, I'm 60. I went into ministry when I was 13. So add that up.
Yeah.
How many years?
Yeah. So you had 40 something too.
Yeah.
You're like 47. That's a lot of years.
Yeah.
Dr. Mackey, how many years in ministry?
Right at about 17.
See? Yeah.
The proof is in the pudding is all I'm going to tell y'all. So join, again, go to WBTSOK.com. It's a lot of people on. I see y'all on here. They are putting it all on the live. Y'all excited about it. But what we want you to do first, fill out that form first. Register first. So that when Dr. Talbot and Bishop and Dr. Mackey get in contact with you, they got the information to know where to start versus just going back and forth. We appreciate them for coming in
thank you
and launching the Bible College right here in North Tulsa, right here on KBOB 89.9 FM, World One Development, Charles and Damali. And we are also a part of the team. So we're excited about it. I'm going to go get my master's because I got my bachelor's. You got yours?
I got my bachelor's.
I'm going to get my, and then I'm going to put you in the anger management. And then, wait a minute. I think we all need a life coach. I grab a life coach. So we just having fun, y'all.
Hey, give me Dr. Mackey.
Dr. Mackey, thank you so much for calling in. I'm from Florida.
Yes, thank you so much.
Stay in Florida. It's cold down here, man. Right now, anyway.
Hey, listen, we are loving the sunshine today, y'all.
I need to come where you are.
Like that, all right.
Come on.
All right, enjoy the rest of your hump day, man. Thanks for calling in to KBOB 89.9 FM. God bless you. Nothing but love to you. We're going to take a quick break, and we come back. Easter's
also
meaning. Yeah. How's these Easter bunny having eggs when chickens do? I don't know, Damali.
I don't know.
We're going to unpack that next.
Yeah.
KBOB 89.9 FM. World One Development News you can use. Charles and Damali. We'll be right back, y'all.
Yes, coming at you. My name is AJ. Oasis Fresh Market is the place to be. This is our community grocery store. And guess what? We're rolling out some brand new programs for customer loyalty programs, some housing programs, some assistance programs. You have SNAP, EBT, WIC. We got programs just for you. You need to come to Oasis Fresh Market, 1725 North Peoria Avenue. Shop at Oasis, baby. Changing lives.
Shop at Oasis.
The Juice Radio Show and KBOB 89.9 would like to say thank you to all of our listeners and sponsors who donate to help keep our media program alive. Reaching the community, the Juice Radio Network continues to expand as influencers in the community of North Tulsa and beyond. We can't do that without your help. That's why it's important that we as a community continue to support the Juice Radio Show and keep 89.9 on the air. The community not only deserves this service, but needs this service. Let's continue to support the mission and giving a voice to the voiceless and donate to the Juice Radio Show. The Juice Radio Show is a nonprofit 501c3 powered by KBOB 89.9 and Even Media Services, operating solely off the gifts, donations, and contributions made by listeners like yourself. All donations made to the Juice Radio Show are tax deductible and can be sent to 1216 North Lansing Avenue, Suite D, Tulsa, Oklahoma 74106. We appreciate your continued support and thanks for listening to KBOB 89.9 FM. KBOB 89.9 FM and the 36th Street North Event Center presents a funkified experience starring Bobby Eaton and Trey Eaton and their brand new band, the Eaton Out Band. Step out in style. Yeah, you know how grown folks do it. 36th Street North. Get ready for a show you don't want to miss. A funkified experience starring the Eaton Out Band, vocalist J. Rod Hall, Cinder Rose, Jay Friday, and Carmen Todd. The Eaton Out Band, Saturday night, April 6th at 7 p.m. It's gonna get funky. Hold up, player. What you mean? I need to bring a can of Lysol? Nah, man. You know Bobby Eaton is bringing the funk, the whole funk, and nothing but the funk on stage with this 12-piece band. Hey, you ain't never seen it like this, because it's their first time on stage together. So now you know. Saturday, April 6th, get ready to party and dance with the Eaton Out Band live in concert. VIP tickets and tables are available online at 918funk.eventbrite.com. Also, get tickets at Ralph's Menswear, Starship Music, and the KBOB 89.9 studio. Don't miss the funkified experience. Live. Portions of the proceeds benefit the Juice Radio Show. KBOB 89.9 FM. And now, 24/7 live from the Eaton Media Studio at KBOB899.com.
And we are back.
We are back. And, you know, this weekend coming up is Easter weekend.
Yes, it is.
And, every Easter, I'm like, what is going on with this bunny? Where did the bunny come from?
Can I do some quick shout outs?
Yeah, go ahead.
Into that.
Shout out.
Quick shout out to Miss Faye Nelson. You just don't know. She mean everything to me, man. When I grew up, her kids and us, we was all like the same age. You go over, eat up all the chicken, eat up all the potatoes, ride bikes, play outside.
Yes.
Yeah, you outside playing till it get dark. Go to church together, go to school together, and do all that. So, big shout out to her. Leotis, I used to work with her husband at a school. He kind of teach me how to, put some skills together, get my life together a little bit. So nothing but love. So thanks, Miss Faye Nelson, for tuning in with us. And we finna jump into this Easter thing.
Yeah. So for those in the Christian faith, Easter actually marks the resurrection of Jesus at 3 days after his death by crucifixion.
Right.
So that's what it means to those of us who are Christians.
Right.
But every year, of course, the Easter bunny come out and we got these eggs, and it's like bunnies don't even have eggs, and I'm not really sure how, what's going on and how this goes.
I know, and a lot of times I done already ate like 2 eggs before I even get into it. I kind of be a little hungry. The egg whites are good for you. Don't get the yolk because the protein is in the white piece.
Right.
But anyway, it's good to just make sure you are informed and that you know actually what is going on and can give your perspective. So we got a lot of people on the live. We appreciate that. So even any thoughts or opinions that you have, you can also chime in at any time.
So I found out that the exact origins of the Easter bunny are clouded in mystery. Well,
not the mystery.
Yes, of course it is, because whatever. One theory is that the symbol of the rabbit stems from pagan traditions, specifically the festival of Eostri, a goddess of fertility, whose animal symbol was a bunny.
Right.
Okay. And then they're saying that the eggs are representative of new life, and it's believed that decorating eggs for Easter dates back to the 13th century. Hundreds of years ago, churches had their congregations abstain from eggs during Lent, allowing them to be consumed again on Easter. But how did the Easter bunny begin delivering eggs in America?
That's the big question.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Right.
It is believed, the theory is that, and the most evidence is that the floppy-eared bearer of candy came over with German immigrants.
The what? Say it one more time.
Floppy-eared bearer of candy.
Oh my God, the floppy-eared bearer of candy. Do we have to go that far with it like that? Now you done scared somebody.
Right.
It's not like a scary movie, but go ahead.
Yeah. So basically, these are just traditions that have been passed down throughout the history, and we just pick them up because that's what we do. Monkey see, monkey do. So you just do what has been done for years. Not necessarily that it really means anything,
right?
But we just want to make sure that for those of you who are Christians, that Easter actually marks the resurrection of Jesus 3 days after his death by crucifixion. That is the moral of the story.
Just like that.
Just
and here's another thing. Why is it? And I don't know if we got a chance to do any research. Why is Easter the most attended? Like on Sundays, that's the most attendance at any church is on Easter Sunday.
Yeah. I think, we've had this conversation before. Right. And so it is two things. kids' Easter speeches, you know, because you're going to come out and see them kids do their Easter speech. You know, they mess it up every time. Did you ever Easter speech? Did you?
Why you say they mess it up every time?
Most of them do. They forget the words.
Depends on where you went to church.
Let me tell you,
where you
my grandson.
So hold on. Now, are you saying at your church, all y'all messed up y'all Easter
Oh, yeah,
speech?
somebody messed up. You have, you know, the church mother sitting down and, no, baby, and Jesus said... And Jesus said,
Mama did.
You look over like, what else? Like, we practiced this. Before you got on the stage, you knew your whole speech. But once you get up there, you forget everything.
We had a default with all of our, everybody. If you had a speech, you had a default.
Okay, what was that?
I ain't gonna tell you what the default. You said at your church, y'all get it all wrong. No, if you just got froze up, you just go, Jesus is the reason for the season. Put that right there, just sit down. Right. And then, you know, the ticket would be, the older you get the longer speeches.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you what I really like though.
What?
I always like the Easter plays though.
Yeah, the plays are really nice.
Especially at churches that can do a really good job of just kind of really paint a picture. Because sometimes, you know, you hear a story and all of that, but it's not, there's another thing, you got that eye gate. Yeah. So to kind of see it and hear it at the same time is always good.
The live animals and stuff like that. Yeah, I think that's really cool, you know, to be able to do that. And I think the other reason is because it's an opportunity for family to get together. Right. You know, so you're going to go to church with grandma because it's usually a big deal to grandmas, you know, about being at church on the Easter Sunday. So then it encourages family to come together. Then after church, we're going to, you know, break bread together. And so I think those two reasons, you know, the Easter plays or you know, programs and speeches, and then, you know, actually coming together with family.
Yeah, and I'm glad that we do this show because you got a lot of kids and stuff. You just grow up.
French said patent leather shoes.
See that? You see how she doing? You see that, French?
AJ said new Easter suits and dresses.
Oh, and the hats.
Oh, the hats now.
Look, see, I be asking.
I ain't never been a hat person. Are you a hat person?
Me?
Yeah.
Women wear hats.
I don't like my head is too little, so I feel like the hat is always sitting on my ear.
You asked me, you just said hats.
No.
Well, men don't. If you coming in with hats, that's a whole nother conversation. It's the suits for the men and the shoes for the men. Yeah. So I think some brothers is like, they don't know nothing about any of the stuff. Right. All they know, I'm going to dust off these gaiters. I'm going to dust off this yellow suit. And I'm going to be because one thing I can say, I don't know if it's another holiday or time where people are really dress. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so they dress.
I know at World One, it is going to be nothing but a sea of hats.
Man, we going to get it. We have to be at church early.
But anyway, the good thing is that's why you tune in to World One Development News you can use, where we can tell our story our way. So if you do go out and do your Easter egg hunting, you do all that, at least you know and be informed. So when you don't grow up and be grown, right? And being out here thinking that the bunny's having eggs and all that.
Yeah, that's not what's happening. No,
what's the flappy ears coming over the hill? What you say? And all of that.
Right.
All right. So we have a super fundraising gala coming up. We're going to take a break right before that.
Quick break.
Man, the African Experience 2.0. We're going to get into next. We got another special guest that we done pulled out.
Yes.
He retired. Every time he retired, he come back stronger. Right. So I like when he retired. He retired, he come back stronger than when he left. And I'm excited about that. He's live in studio with us. We're going to be right back. This is KBOB 89.9 FM, World One Development News you can use. Charles and Damali will come back with our special guest, and we're going to get into this Uganda mission.
Yes. The 36th Street North Event Center is a full-scale event center where we share the experiences of the community. At the event center, you can rent space for weddings, birthday parties, receptions, concerts, Greek events, quinceañeras, and much more. We also do custom decor, linen, and centerpieces. We're located at 1125 East 36th Street North. To book your next special event, business gathering, or community event, call us at 918-200-9046.
KBOB 89.9 FM, World One Development News you can use, and we are back.
And we are back, and we are super excited to share information. We've been talking about this a little bit for probably the whole month of March, talking about the African Experience 2.0. If you don't know what it is, I'll tell you what it is. What it is, this is an educational fundraiser that we are splitting between EduRec Tulsa, which is the facility that we actually run, where we do spring break camps, summer camps, after school programming. We also do food distributions and provide resources to community. 53,000 square foot facility sitting on 15 acres of land. So kids got plenty of room to run.
Celebrating 11 years.
11 years.
Bishop Cooper, that was just, I guess, it was this brainchild, EduRec. So if you don't know, that's education, recreation, recreation combined, or where education and recreation meets?
Yes. And so this year, so I'll say in 2022, we actually got the awesome experience of going to Uganda, Kamuli, Uganda, with Pastor Gray, who was actually another guest in studio. And when we were in Uganda, I was doing this birthday party anyway, every year or every other year. Basically, I started it because I wanted to showcase Black businesses. Because we run the 36th Street North Event Center, I really got tired of hearing people say there are no Black vendors in Tulsa. And I'm like, yes, there are. There are plenty Black vendors. And so I started doing the birthday party so that we could showcase these Black-owned businesses who operate in excellence. And so that was the beginning of it. But then I was scheduled to do my birthday party for 2023, and we went to Uganda in 2022. Right. And when I was there, it moved me so much that I was thinking, in my circle of influence with people that I know, surely we could come up with money to help scholarship kids into school in Kamuli, Uganda, because there they have to pay to go to school, whereas in the United States, kindergarten through 12th grade is free. Right. And, sometimes we don't understand the blessings that we really have. And it was crystal clear to me. It just rang loud in my brain, when I heard you got to pay to go to school. That was just, crazy to me, and so right. I thought, we've got to be able to do something. Surely there's something that we can do. And so I came home and just went about the business of creating and making my birthday party into a fundraiser. And because of that, we were able to scholarship 70 kids last year into school in Kamuli, Uganda. So guess what? It's that time again.
Right. And my story was a little less adventurous with me. I was getting ready to turn 50, and I was always saying, I got to go to the motherland. Yeah. I got to get to Africa. Mm-hmm. Please, somebody help me. And I was getting my hair cut. I was praying, and I opened my eyes. I seen our special guest.
Like there was a light, a bright light. Oh!
And guess what he was talking about? He was talking about Africa. Yeah. So you got to say it like that. Yeah. And I'm listening, and I'm like, I looked at him, and since I knew him, I said, I didn't know he was going to Africa, and I just in my voice, I really want to get you. I was like, I don't want to go. So I didn't really open my mouth. Kids say, oh, piece of candy. Because I really want to go to Africa. Right. And he did before I turned 50, and I thought why he was going was for a good cause. Absolutely. So I went over there, and we're going to go ahead and introduce our special guest. Yes, let's jump in. And I said to my friend that's live in studio, Pastor Rodney Gray. Yes. Welcome to the show. How you doing, my friend? Let's bring you on in.
I'm doing great. It's good to be here.
Yes. Tell the people, because there's so many people on the live, just tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Well, I've been here in Oklahoma now longer than I was in D.C., where I was raised. Wow. So I'm official Okie. Right. Yeah, I came here to attend seminary at ORU. And in that time, got an opportunity to do ministry here in the city for actually over 30-some years. We did ministry here. Yeah. Also an assistant pastor. Mm-hmm. But one of my dreams when I came here was also to go to Africa. Mm. Wow. And the opportunity came up first my last year of seminary, and I got a chance to take a team to Liberia. Right. And so I've been to Liberia a couple of times, but then the great opportunity came up with a friend of mine who was taking a team of adults to Uganda, to do some building projects. Well, I was working with kids at the time, so I said, I want to go. Right. And I took 6 youth with me. Mm-hmm. Right. So they got the experience of a lifetime, seeing youth across the ocean in their native land. Yes. And they got to be exposed to their education as well, like you said. Mm-hmm. And some of the youth that I took, from learning that the kids there had to pay for their education, came back here and were a lot more serious about what they did. Right. One of my youth, who was barely making C's, started making A's and B's. Yeah. There you go. And I'm proud to report she's become a nurse. Oh, wow. Yes.
Let me tell you what I love about that, Damali. The thing that I just want to dispel, if I can, or if we can, because we got so many people listening in. Stop being afraid to go to Africa. Absolutely. But you be watching TV and all this crazy stuff. Yeah. If you are of age and have never been to Africa, you really need to go.
Right.
What do you think, Damali? Because we thinking, oh, this is gonna happen. You gonna get you just have all of this stuff, but Africa is home.
Listen, don't believe the hype and the rhetoric that has been fed to us, about the motherland. It is a beautiful country.
Yes.
Beautiful folks. Some of the places, there are some areas that are well developed, and look better than where we live,
Right.
But then there are other places that need help. And so, to me, what I did is, and I'm thankful that the very first time I went to Africa, we did go to the bush or go to, an undeveloped, village, because now I have a new appreciation for it. If I'd have went and saw the lights, glamour, glitz, and all of that, then I probably wouldn't have took it as seriously. You know what I mean?
Right.
But because I had that experience, it just connected me in a way where I'm like, I just got to do whatever I can do. And whatever I can do is great for them. You know what I'm saying? It's great for the village. They're thankful and they're grateful for whatever you can do. I remember Pastor Caperi sent us a message and said, hey, I want to get a projector so that we can project, on the side of the church that we help build over there. I want to be able to show movies and do ministry with this projector. Like a projector, no brainer. Let's get it. So it's just little bitty things. It's not like you have to have $1 million. Now, $1 million would be nice and they will take it. Trust me. But $200, $500, just $50. It makes a long way. It goes a long way.
Yeah, and Pastor Gray, with you've been doing missions and traveling to different countries for a lot longer than we have. We've been on one trip, but I just want to do this because so many people are like, man, I kind of want to go, but I'm kind of nervous. I don't know. I'm not sure. But with that, kind of talk to the people about missions and how it is rewarding and how it is totally different than a lot of times what they think because they're just watching TV and hearing all this crazy stuff.
Well, my experience, a lot of times I gain just as much as I give.
Yes.
And excuse me, the people there in Uganda particularly, so warm.
Yes.
Right.
And so appreciative of what we do. And the way I see it, honestly, I owe it to them. I owe it to them. The scripture talks about it. I love this passage in Proverbs. It says, when you're kind to the poor, you lend to the Lord.
Say that one more time.
And
say that one more time.
When you're kind to the poor, you lend to the Lord.
Yeah.
Man.
And so I say, if you're lending something to the Lord, I think he's going to pay you back.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, and on the live, AJ out of Arkansas, he says TV networks in the USA brainwash us like that, like it's like a dictatorship and those kind of things. And I'm just telling you, what Africa has is what we need in the U.S.
Yes.
Right.
And I can't say what we have in the U.S. they need in terms of resources and those kind of things. But when you think about a village and love and looking out for each other and fresh food, and I'm like, why y'all teeth so white? I don't even see no toothbrush. Everybody got the strongest teeth. They strong, much stronger than we are.
Man.
Yeah.
And nice, sweet, great spirit. But like you say, we get better together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But back to the fundraiser. Back to the fundraiser.
Yes.
So Damali.
Yes.
You said you went over there, and what I love about you is you told the people there, I'll be back.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna do something, and you did it. So
Yes.
like you said, a couple years ago, we was able to scholarship 70 kids, and now it's time to go back. Your event is happening this Saturday. And a lot of people, if you tuning in from wherever, you can still give and be a part of it.
Yes.
If you can't get a golden ticket.
Yeah. Oh, don't start with the golden ticket.
I got a golden ticket, y'all.
Oh, God.
Call me. I'm going to tell you how to get one if you want to get one, because I'm telling you, when Damali has an event, even though it's for a great cause, we're in there going boom to the doom. And you got to have your dance moves together, stretch the rest of the week, drink water, stay hydrated, do whatever you need to do, because we are going to have a good time, but it's for a great cause.
It's for a great cause. And so this year we're going to have African drummers that are going to be there.
I like it.
We're going to have Damola, the violinist.
Look him up.
If you have not seen this young man, he is absolutely amazing. He is from Lagos, Nigeria. And he actually came to the States because of his talent. When I tell you this young man can play a violin like no other. I mean, he is amazing. So go on YouTube and look him up. It's Damola, Demola, the violinist. Amazing young guy. So he's going to come in. He's actually going to be here. He's going to entertain us, but he's also going to share about his experience. Although he's from a different part of the continent, but he's going to share his experience about education, and entertain us as well. And then we also are going to go back to the original reason why I started the event in the first place. Right. And that is to honor some of the many great Black-owned businesses right here in community. And so I'm just going to name some of them. Twan's dance experience. So we're going to have African dance routine that's going to take place. Concoba percussions. That's going to be the African drummers. Jazzy Cakes, Lavish Touch Catering, Party of the Year, Echelon Chic Nail Boutique, Rosita's Design and Alterations, Black Wall Street Media Group, Grindaholic Media Group, Tootie's Kitchen, Ty B's Makeup and Beauty, Styles by Keish, Kimmy Styles, and finally Focus Photography and Videography. So those are just some of the many Black-owned businesses that will be represented at the event. And I mean, these people operate with excellence. So if you guys are ever looking for a Black-owned business for any event that you're having, feel free to call me. Feel free to hit us up on any of our social media platforms, and we can recommend somebody, because there's a lot of great businesses that are out here doing great things, and we need to support them.
And if you can, Pastor Greg, a little bit about the partnership with Pastor Caperi and yourself. I mean, because it's his village. He has a youth program. Can you just kind of touch on that a little bit?
Yeah, I connected with him back in 2011. He was a young man doing ministry to youth, and that's it's Youth for Charity Missions is what his organization is called. So he happened to be thumbing, I guess, through internet or something, and found Youth at Heart, which I was working with. So he, out of the clear blue, emailed me and said, "Hey, I need some support. Can you help us?" And it just hit my spirit, because we were going to Africa, going to Uganda, right? At the time he sent me that. So we hooked up when we got over there, and got a chance to see a young cadre of people that were working with him in ministry throughout the country. They weren't just settled in Kamuli at the time. They were going, and they were stationed in Kampala, the capital city.
Right.
But he had a vision of expanding and then going back to his hometown of Namasambia, which is in the district of Kamuli, where he had some land, to do some empowerment work with the people in that village.
Yeah.
And so we've been connected with them ever since 2011, when I went over and got a chance to see what he was doing.
Right.
Got a chance to minister at some of the churches for him. And so we really picked it up around the time COVID hit.
Yeah.
Right.
Because they were being hit very hard there. And so we did some fundraising to help them to spruce up an empowerment center that he had developed, the place where he also has his orphans stand. And we got a chance to see that. Put doors on, put electric in, and all kinds of things for that. And then he started his church, and they were outside.
Right.
Yeah.
So he said, the people love to come, but when it rains, it's not fun.
Right.
So the Lord inspired us to connect with him to help him get a facility built. And you guys helped us on that. So
Yes.
Right.
when we went, we were able to build, go and dedicate the church facility that can seat up to about 300 to 400 people. And it was just an exciting time. And just to see him move throughout the village and the respect he had of so many people in the village, wasn't that powerful?
Absolutely, yes.
Right. And he's not one to just have his hand out. That's what I love about him.
He works.
He works. And then he also does some work on the side with photography and different types of things. And but through the group that he has, they have affected that community. He's got a group doing some cooperative business work together where they're raising funds to try to help the community. And then you met the queen over there.
Yeah,
Queen
Rachel.
Such a great job with the women empowerment. And so we actually, the December before we went, we helped them out with a empowerment session over Zoom to the women. He had about 300 women that assembled, and we had some of my American people, like Gresha was one to speak to him, and several of them. So they were so hungry to learn of ways to improve themselves. And so we said, we're coming over there next time to do this with you. And that's when you came along. So we did some empowerment work with them.
Right.
So he's been so hungry, and he's been so responsive to what we've been sharing. And now his goal is to make that village into a city.
Yes. I love it.
And it looks like it's moving that way. And I just feel privileged to be a part of making that happen.
Yes.
Yeah, Damali, what I loved about that, that's why I tilt my hat to Uncle Bobby, who is another Black business here. Communication is everything.
Yes.
I think because of because of communication now with KBOB 89.9 FM, we did a show in Uganda at the hotel.
Yes.
Piped it back to Uncle Bobby.
Yeah.
It was like almost midnight our time. We did our show, but it's just showing the power of us being connected, the power of partnership. So, and I'm just thinking, if Pastor Caperi reached out to Pastor Gray, he had to be up like at 1, 2 in the morning because the time zone difference is like 9 to 10 hours.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that to say, you see how God connects things.
Yeah.
When we started EduRec, the very first program we had at EduRec was Youth at Heart. They was picking up kids from all over the city, coming over with 3-4 vans. They come in. Miss Joy was over there, and her son Manny, and all of us. And that's another small beginning. But I'm just gonna say to a lot of people that I know are starting, and it's tough when you start now because your funds, your money is strange.
Right.
Money is strange. We understand that when you're community working, but it just still shows if you hang in there. A partnership like what we got with KBOB look like God has moved. What you're doing now, we're not in Africa. Think about that. From North Tulsa, 56th Street North in Peoria, we're going to Africa, and we're able to bless people even there. So y'all get on board.
Yeah, one thing I shared this with you when I came here to Oklahoma. One of my goals was to do work and for ministry in Africa, because as a college student, I was working with a group called Africare, which was developing irrigation systems and health systems throughout Africa. And so when I graduated, and that's when I really felt a call for Minister for God, I said, I want to go over and not only just help them in that way, but help them and spread the gospel. So when I came here, that was my prayer. And then God said, no, not yet. He said, your mission is here in Tulsa.
Yeah.
So that's when I started working with Youth at Heart and doing that. But what he was trying to show me is that I want you to have a base here so that people here can also go there with you. And so that's what's been happening, is that we've been going over from the first trip. We took several ORU students with me over. Next trip I took, went over with my pastor. And then this trip with you guys, it was just awesome to go over there so that other people can experience that culture.
Right.
And feel a connection, particularly for us African Americans, a connection with where it all started.
Right.
What did that feel like to you when you landed and you?
Oh my gosh.
Let me tell you that when Rachel, the queen, God knew how to set me up. And Rachel is beautiful. You know what I mean? Beautiful is inside and outside. Just everything about her aura is just beautiful. So when we landed, she was like, welcome home. She gave me a hug. It was like the Matrix. It hit me with the plug in the back. Boom. I started hitting the dance moves. I got right into the energy and vibe of it. It has been like my best experience in life. And I've got a lot of experiences, but to go home and to feel that in the way it's the way that they look at you, the way they embrace you. It's like they just see something, you know what I mean? So I'm not saying sometime in the U.S. we lost a little bit, but we can lose some ways. We can kind of lose a few things. And I felt like some of the things I may have lost, hustling and bustling and maybe trying to do business and do this and do that, I got it back when I can pick up a little baby like America and hang out with her, and I can sit down with them and do that. So I think it reset some things in me. What about you, Damali?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that just the connection, and then when you think about how you thought things were so different, so what I saw in my mind about the country and the continent, it was not that. Right. It was not that. The people were not what you thought they were. They were very warm, loving, kind, and they were a proud people. Which is something that I can say that, I see that even with connection with Black Wall Street here, a proud people who are like, we don't want you to give us anything. We'll work for what we have.
Right.
But, so there were some ways that I felt like I could be a blessing to them, because just something simple as not getting my nails done. That's not a necessity. I don't need to do that to survive. But if I could bless a child to be able to go to school and sacrifice that, why wouldn't I do that? I mean, to me, that's like a no-brainer,
Yeah, when you said that Black history, that's what I thought, Black Wall Street, because when we got off at the airport, we probably traveled for 4 hours.
Oh, yeah.
And let me tell you something. It was nothing but people working hard. No matter where you go, everybody had a business. Everybody was working, sweeping, doing, selling, moving, plant something. And every day when I got up, I would see kids and people in the fields and people was working and doing this. And it was sun up to sundown every day. So for me, I was thinking, okay, I see how when they came from Africa and they came here, how they could build Black Wall Street.
Yeah.
Because of that work.
That grind.
And working together. You see somebody give somebody a banana, somebody give somebody a piece of fish, somebody give somebody something, and they laughing and talking and eating. And I'm like, man, Damali, I was thinking, okay, this is what we done lost.
That was the true definition of village.
And we're a long way from that.
Oh, a long
because
way.
now we're in our own silos. We try to build to ourselves, but there is not like that, man. You got to have community. Right. You got to lean on each other. Right. So I can't wait to go back. And for y'all listening in, the beauty of us going, you going.
Exactly.
Because the kids we scholarship in, we're going to go back and say, here's Kiki that we scholarship in. This, so it's different when you see something on TV and you unsure.
Right.
It's another thing when we going, because you see the work that we do here. Youth at Heart. How many years? About 40 years, 50 years, 100?
Yeah.
But you had Youth at Heart. So you know the way that we work. So the ticket is, I look at it, Damali, as a bridge from North Tulsa to Uganda.
Right.
That you can freely go back and forth where people can get accustomed. Kids, and older people can go back and forth and go to a land where you can see your people, you can enjoy. And y'all gonna have to help us because like 600 kids show up and we ain't got enough money.
Right.
Because when you have your youth day, people show up, like you said, when you talk to women, 300 showed up, 300 pastors show up, thousands of people show up when we come. We go out and we do medical stuff for people. We send them care packages. We spray their houses. We give them food. We give them medicine. So everything that comes in is going for a great cause to the people.
Absolutely.
And we all are a part of that.
So if you would like to make a donation, because obviously we understand that our radio show is local, national, and international, but no donation is too large or small. If you would like to make a donation, you can do so by going to World One Development, and one is WON, worldonedevelopment.com/Uganda-missions. Make your donation there. All donations are tax deductible. So for those of you who need that piece of paper for your taxes, then we can get you that. We can hook you up. But, make a donation, sponsor a child. It's $250 for them to go to school for an entire school year. That gets them their school books, a uniform, a broom. I love the broom thing. I'm like, y'all gonna clean up. Yeah, I like that. America, we need to do this. We need to teach our kids how to clean. So that gets you. Did I say uniform?
Right.
Did I say uniform? Okay. So that gets you all of those things that they need for an entire school year. Just $250. So if you can sponsor a child, then please do so. Again, go to worldonedevelopment.com/Uganda-missions. If you would like to show up at the African Experience 2.0, feel free to do so, but make sure you bring your donation. That is the cost of admission. Bring a donation. It doesn't matter, how large or small. Bring a donation so that we can help these families. And like this year, we're going to split the donations between Uganda Missions and EduRec because we can't go and do stuff abroad and don't take care of home. Right. So we're going to take care of home as well. So we're going to split between the two. So what we're going to do is scholarship kids into our summer camp.
Right.
So that's what those funds are going to go for. So, and of course, we'll be giving you updates. We'll be letting you know how many kids, how much money we raised and all of that so that you guys will be in the know because we want you to know, what we're doing and to let you know that it's for a great cause.
And Pastor Gray, we want to give you opportunity to let people know about like your mission, your church, and if they want to follow or join or come visit, it's Easter Sunday. People, so you want to let them know, hey, this is my church. We'll be doing a great message. Come see us. Then you can do that now. It's a lot of people on.
Yeah, well, we minister out of actually Drexel Elementary. 10:45 is when we start the service. But those who cannot actually come, all you have to do is go to New Life Live.
There you go.
Group on Facebook. Join us there, and there we stream at 11:30 the service. So that we're 10:45 to 11:30. We're doing a lot of ministry just in the church, but then at 11:30 we minister with the message. And like you said, I don't even call it Easter anymore because I know that came from that pagan god.
Right.
So I just call it resurrections.
Just skip all that. Yeah.
But that's one of the things about the Christian faith. It's been connected a lot of times, even with Christmas, to pagan.
Pagan, yeah.
Because the devil always tries to get in.
Always.
But you know what? Jesus said, upon this rock I build my church.
You better say it.
Shall not prevail against. Yeah. But we're located at 1 West 1 West 36th Street North.
Okay. Just like that. And again, and Pastor Gray, just thank you so much. Because like I said, I asked you if I could go. You said yes. Then you grabbed Damali too. We went over one of our best experiences. And we was getting ready to come back. Damali didn't have a ticket. Yeah. She was coming up short. She was about to cry. And Pastor Gray was like, and that's big. Pastor Gray was like, I got my ticket. You know what, Damali? I'm going to stay. You know, and because we all
such a sacrifice. Went to Ease and
Damali, go on without me. Yeah, I knew it was a setup. I should have said, go on without that. I'll stay here and suffer on my own.
And sent me pictures. Just walking in.
I'm sorry, you looking at the
hard life.
It was a hard life.
They even made us. They made us go in business class in the plane coming back. And made us go to the lounge. Yeah. Right. They said, oh, you too. You can go to the lounge. Free supply.
And you're like, really?
I said, okay. And then,
then he took all these pictures, all of them, and said, hey, Damali, look what we're doing.
But I will tell you this, Damali. I know you said to give the donation when we come to your party, but you also gave me instructions to have my kente cloth.
I did.
And I did get it.
You did?
You got it. I got a tie.
Y'all, pictures are coming. Pictures are coming. Yes.
What's the dress code, Damali? Tell people the dress code.
It's an all-white affair with a hit of kente.
Just like that.
Yes.
Food, what all is there? Tell the people, paint a picture for the
So we are going to have a Lavish Touch catering. Man, they do a phenomenal job. They've been doing our food every year. So we're actually going to have a plated meal this time. Last year we did finger food. So it was heavy hors d'oeuvres. But this year we're going to do like the mashed potatoes, green beans, chicken, salad, all of that. And dessert. They're going to do dessert, Lavish Aid instead of lemonade. They have Lavish Aid. I love it. Yes. And so we're going to do that. Then I also have a cake, a birthday cake. Every year we forget to cut the birthday cake because it's so cute. You don't want to cut it. It just, so nice.
I'll be eating on the backside of it. Y'all just don't see it. I'll be on the backside getting a little
nibble. Like,
on the backside. Y'all see the front. Y'all don't see what I'm doing back there. But I want to say your events are just phenomenal. And it's just great. You're doing it for a great cause. And it's at the 36th Street North Event Center, 1125 East 36th Street North. And like I said, if you can't make it, just send your donation as we gear up to get ready to go. You can follow us. Yes. When we get there, you can follow us. I can't wait to get that tea.
I know, the Lavish Aid.
The Lavish Aid, and all of that. So it's just going to be a great time. Any final thoughts?
Yeah, can also mention that when we go, it's the exciting thing is we're going to also build a home.
Yes.
While we're on the trip for someone that really has need in that community.
So we'll be documenting each and everything that we do from the time we leave and head to the airport in Tulsa until the time we leave Uganda and head back to Tulsa. You guys are going to see everything, every step along the way. You'll be able to see where your money is working, and what we're actually doing. So it's going to be great. I'm excited. I can't wait.
Okay, I think that we almost done killed the whole show. That's how excited we are about the birthday party 2.0. We're going to take the quickest break. When we come back, we're going to figure out how to shorten up this and wrap it up in 5 minutes. Pastor Gray going to hang around with us. Damali, good job. We can't wait for the African Experience 2.0. This is KBOB 89.9 FM. World One Development News you can use. Charles and Damali. We coming back with the wrap up.
Yep.
The Juice Radio Show and KBOB 89.9 would like to say thank you to all of our listeners and sponsors who donate to help keep our media program alive, reaching the community. The Juice Radio Network continues to expand as influencers in the community of North Tulsa and beyond, but can't do that without your help. That's why it's important that we as a community continue to support the Juice Radio Show and keep 89.9 on the air. The community not only deserves this service, but needs this service. Let's continue to support the mission and giving a voice to the voiceless and donate to the Juice Radio Show. The Juice Radio Show is a nonprofit 501c3 powered by KBOB 89.9 and Eden Media Services, operating solely off the gifts, donations, and contributions made by listeners like yourself. All donations made to the Juice Radio Show are tax deductible and can be sent to 1216 North Lansing Avenue, Suite D, Tulsa, Oklahoma 74106.
It's Tulsa, I see you here in Tulsa. I'm in Tulsa chilling.
We appreciate your continued support and thanks for listening to KBOB 89.9 FM.
Ladies and gentlemen,
KBOB 89.9 FM, Black on Black Community Radio.
And now it's time for the Hump Day Hot Topics with Charles and Damali.
Hey, what you doing? Hump Day! Hump Day! It's Hump Day! Mike. It's the Hump Day Hot Topics on News You Can Lose.
Mike. We're going to kind of forego. We're going to do one update hot topic. And this one is amazing to me.
Yes.
So we've watched this young lady grow up. Literally. Miss Alexis Wells.
Right.
Has now been crowned Miss Langston 2024-25. Isn't that amazing?
L's up.
Right. We are so excited. So if you don't know who Alexis Wells is, her grandmother is Miss Wanda J's, an iconic figure here in Tulsa. She Wanda J's restaurant's been around for over 40 years. And her father now has Wanda J's The Next Generation.
Right.
She works over at The Next Generation with her dad and her other siblings. And so she's actually going to Langston University, and we just got word just the other day that she is Miss Langston. So congratulations. We are so proud of you. We always talk about education and higher education, and we watch her literally be at the restaurant, with her books laid out, studying in between serving customers. So, congratulations, Alexis. We are super proud of you.
Great job. Yeah, and to see her, she working at Wanda J's, doing her homework, and I'm like, where you going? Oh, I got to go work at Quick Trip.
Yep.
I mean, people don't understand the grind it takes some time to get through college, but to see her crowned,
yes.
And I went to Langston, I'm a Langston alum, so big shout out. I can't wait to see her, and I'm definitely going to homecoming.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes,
the wave.
Congratulations.
Absolutely. Okay, Black History Trivia.
Uh-oh. All
right, so we got your answers, a few answers. So here we go. Black History Trivia. Who was the first Black female educator?
You got to give our special guest a chance to answer too.
Okay,
so
we're going to give him.
Bobby gave an answer.
Look, he's about to faint now. He's like, oh, Lord.
Put your listening ears on.
Yes. Okay, who was the first Black female educator to teach in a school for formerly enslaved African Americans in Georgia? Was it A, Susie King Taylor, B, Septima Clark, C, Fannie Jackson Copeland, or D, Nanny Helen Burroughs?
Oh, that's easy.
What is it?
It's Nanny Helen Burroughs.
Okay, you're gonna say D. All right. Well,
I could be wrong, but
well,
was an educator.
If you said A, Susie King Taylor, you are correct. And the only person that said A was Charles. Charles was the only one who said A. He said, that's what I said. Yeah, I mean D, I mean A. Yeah. That's what I mean. So Susie King Taylor is known for being the first African-American nurse during the American Civil War. Beyond that, her aptitude in nursing wounded of the 1st South Carolina Volunteer Infantry Regiment. Taylor was the first Black woman to self-publish her memoirs. She was the author of Reminiscence of Life in Camp with the 33rd U.S. Colored Troops. And she was also an educator, formally bonded Black people in the Reconstruction era South by opening various schools in Georgia. Taylor would also be a part of organizing the 67th Corps of Women's Relief Corps in 1886.
I made an educated guess. I had no idea.
You didn't?
I know I didn't.
You just said that like
I heard. I know. I just did process of elimination and came up.
Oh, God.
I had missed the last two, so it was like.
Oh, so you had to redeem yourself.
Yeah, I was gonna strike out. Oh, God. I got to go to counseling now. I'm gonna need a life coach to strike out like that.
Okay, right.
It's good that you do that because it's great because it just kind of reminds of our greatness,
right.
And this is the Women's Month.
Yeah, it's National Women's History Month. The month of March. Yeah.
And it's good to know those things because there's so much stuff about our history is so rich that we just don't know.
Right.
Especially our kids don't know either.
Exactly.
So it's good that, right here on KBOB, we can bring those things back to the forefront.
Right.
Good job.
All right, so upcoming events. Lacey Park is having an Easter egg hunt March 30th from 11 o'clock a.m. until 12 o'clock p.m. So what they're saying is the kids is going to fly through there like the locusts and grab all them eggs. It's only going to take an hour. So, get there or you're going to miss it. It's located at 2134 North Madison Place. They're going to have free food and drinks while supplies last. Okay. In partnership with Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity, Kappa Tau Sigma, Zeta Phi Beta Sorority, Phi Beta Zeta, and the Tulsa Black Officers Coalition. Eating Out Band. Uncle Bobby.
Look, I ain't got. I be playing the horn. But I don't have no horn on me.
Right. They're having their inaugural performance. It's going to be happening on April the 6th at the 36th Street North Event Center, located at 1125 East 36th Street North. Our very own Uncle Bobby and Trey Eaton's band. There's going to be special guests, Jay Friday, Karan Hall, Cinder Rose. Tickets are $20 for general admission in advance or $300 for a table of 8. I believe they're $35 at the door.
Right, 35 at the door.
35 at the door. You guys come out and support. Bobby is a local legend here in town.
Absolutely.
If you guys didn't know, he actually played with Natalie Cole, Tina Turner, with Gap Band, I mean, so he's just been all around doing all kinds of great things. Come out and support.
Right.
Come out and support our own. I think it's going to be a night, a phenomenal night. Uncle Bobby going to have on a white suit, y'all.
And he's going to be floating through the air from the bass in your face. You know what? I was at Evelyn's yesterday eating.
Yes.
And they was talking about it.
Yes.
And guess who the first person rolled up on me talking about it? Red said, man, when Uncle Bobby gonna do it? I mean, me and Bobby went out to California back in the day. I was over there with Michael Jackson and him, and he was over there. Just a whole history. So he said, man, Bobby gonna put on the show, baby. If you don't know, he gonna put on the show.
Right.
I said, yeah, but
exactly what he said.
This is what I'm excited about. I can tell you right now.
Mm-hmm.
But two things. One, I see two generations working together.
Absolutely.
So to see Uncle Bobby and Trey together on a flyer and doing this, I think is wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
But then number two, a 13-piece band.
Yes.
Every band I've seen is only 3 people. It's a drummer, a keyboardist, and a singer.
Yeah.
With a guitar.
Yeah.
Or a 5-piece. But a 13-piece.
Yeah, it's going to be
6
amazing.
horns. Mm-hmm. All of this. So a lot of people excited about it. So tables are going fast. Tickets are going fast. And we're going to host it.
Yes, we're going to host it.
And I got to find a really good, because I know if he's going to come in a white suit, it's going to be a white suit.
You're not going to show me
I'm
up.
going to see Ralph.
You're not going to show me up.
Anyway, y'all get y'all tickets right now.
All right, birthdays. Today
yes.
is your baby girl's birthday. Matiana Harper and Leslie Mayberry share a birthday today.
My youngest baby is 21 years old today.
Yes.
I'm so proud of her.
Happy birthday, man.
Doing big things. Matiana, happy birthday. She don't know what to do. She just fell out.
Yeah.
21, she just dropped. But happy birthday, baby.
Yes.
Happy birthday, Miss Leslie Mayberry. That's our partner, our friend right there, too. Happy birthday.
My cousin Bill Hill has a birthday tomorrow.
Big Bill?
A photographer right here in town. Another black-owned business. He does really great photography. So if you're looking for a photographer, hit up Bill. March 29th, Jim Asbury and Melanie Mays have birthdays.
2 of my people right there. Welcome to the show, Uncle Brian. I see you.
Hey,
hello.
Uncle Brian. And March 30th, O'Malley B has a birthday.
Yes. Happy birthday, brother.
And then, of course, April 1st would be my birthday and my birthday buddy, Ramon Dokes.
That's an April Fool's, y'all. An April Fool's.
No, it's not an April Fool's.
No, that's really real. I thought you was April Fool's.
You play too much. You childish.
Well, happy birthday coming up.
All right. And then April 2nd, your friend, John Coffey, has a birthday.
Happy birthday, John Coffey.
Yes.
We're going to do it just like that.
All right. So don't forget it. You can hit us up on any of our social media platforms. That is World One Development, EduRec Youth and Family Fund Center, 36th Street North Event Center, or Fitting Back In, Prison Reentry.
Just like that. Hey, thank you to all our special guests for coming in. Yes. Bishop Melvin Cooper, Dr. Bishop Melvin Cooper. Dr. Pastor Bishop. You saw these titles?
Too much.
Talbot. Yeah. Dr. Bishop. Rodney. Dr. Mackey from Florida tuned in. Uncle Bobby, he controlled the board. He was the captain of the ship today. Uncle Bobby, appreciate you. JB on the road.
Miss you, JB.
Yeah, miss you, JB. So safe travels to you. We got a boy. He's live in the building, Mr. Ken. SB the Grindaholic done came in. If you don't know about me, he was on our show a couple weeks back, so we appreciate him.
And we're going to be doing some work with Grindaholic, so y'all be looking out for it.
And you be ready to tap in, too. Be ready to tap in. You see that?
Look, I got my first birthday gift.
Just like that.
I'm so excited.
It's not an April Fool after all.
No, it's not.
It's your birthday.
While you was trying to play.
All right. Good job, Damali. Great job. See, that's what we're doing. Yeah. Sharing love. See, all the way from Oklahoma City.
Yes.
All the way down the Turnpike. That's what the fundraiser is about. We're going to scholarship some kids and change some lives, but we got to get ready to go.
Yep, got to go.
This has been news you can use with your boy, Charles Harper. That's me.
And your Damali Wilson, that's me.
Your name is that, your Damali Wilson, that's me.
I said your girl.
Oh, and we're live every Wednesday from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m., so make sure you tune in.
All right, so if you would like to promote or advertise your event or business on this show or any of our other platforms, please inbox us on Facebook at World One Development. This has been World One Development's News You Can Use with Charles Harper and Damali Wilson. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed on this program belong solely to the host and their guests, and not necessarily to this station, organization, committee, or other group or individual associated with KBOB 89.9 FM. That's JB's, his words, but I had to do it today. So JB, hurry up and get back.
KBOB 89.9 FM, Tulsa. And now streaming 24/7 live from the Eden Media Studio. 24/7 live at KBOB899.com.
I want to spend my life with you. Me say, sing, baby, since we've been together. Ooh, loving you forever is what I need. Let me be the one